40 years ago, my dad started a small business in our backyard. It was mowing other people's grass, and that's what I grew up doing. And the struggles that my dad talked about over the dinner table about how to build this business. And it was truly getting a lawnmower and mowing other people's grass. And that was what my dad, and I'm the youngest of 5 kids, and this is the business that he built. But he shared with us the struggles, and the struggles he had were getting access to money so he can get a lawnmower, riding a lawnmower because it's faster, you can be more efficient, you can mow more lawns, you get a return on that. And in the struggle to do that, he came up with the greatest innovation of its day, the greatest fintech of its day, which was a MasterCard now. They gave access to consumer credit. He got a MasterCard, and that's how he financed the truck that he put the lawnmower in the back of. How he got the lawnmower is he got an enterprising salesperson to let him demo the thing until he started getting paid. He was able to make payments to Toro. So the foundation of this, the fact that I knew my dad had a MasterCard, and that opened up the whole set of opportunities around riding a lawnmower in the back of a truck. And that is my sense of what the American dream is. It's one person, 2 women, a couple of guys, whatever it may be, establishing their American dream for themselves and living how they want to live. But the struggle of that was around money, getting access to a little bit of money to do something that may not change the world, but certainly change my world and my brothers and sisters' worlds. And so, that story is what has driven me in public policy and service in government, is trying to help the struggles of people like my dad. And so technology, I think, is the way to lower the cost and enhance the availability of credit and to the American people. And I think we should deploy it more readily. But my dad's story isn't at all unique. We see it in several places across the country, across the world. America was built on ingenuity and generations of entrepreneurs like my dad, building companies, innovating, supporting workers. But today, for the first time in more than a century, America is falling behind Europe in technological invention, innovation, and adoption, and in particular, sound law for those things to occur. Under my work on this committee and our committee work, we're trying to unlock a new era of innovation and opportunity to allow families across the country to realize their vision of the American dream. From capital formation to digital assets, to consumer finance to artificial intelligence, the Financial Services Committee has led these efforts to ensure the U.S. remains the global leader in innovation. So let's start with capital formation, which is essential to creating long-term economic growth. American public markets have been constrained by onerous regulatory requirements. This has led to a dearth of IPOs, leaving Americans with fewer investment choices in their portfolios. Everyday investors have also missed out on the high growth stages of companies as firms stay private for longer. The accredited investor standard reserves these high yield investments to those who are already wealthy. That's not logical. The committee has prioritized capital formation by strengthening our public markets, creating new avenues for entrepreneurs to raise capital, and increasing opportunities for more Americans to invest in our private markets. These efforts culminated in more than a dozen bipartisan bills, and Republicans' Expanding Access to Capital Act as well, which also passed the House this Congress. Second, digital assets and blockchain technology promise to revolutionize the way Americans participate in our financial system by democratizing networks, reducing friction, and dramatically lowering costs. The lack of a clear set of rules of the road and the SEC's regulation by enforcement agenda over the last 4 years have pushed the digital asset ecosystem overseas. In an historic first, the House passed FIT 21 this Congress to provide clear regulatory framework and robust consumer protections the industry desperately needs to thrive in the U.S. It passed with overwhelming bipartisan support, including 71 Democratic votes on the House floor. Third, consumer finance. Financial institutions are increasingly utilizing technology to develop innovative products and services, expand access to credit, and increase efficiency across their operations. Unfortunately, overzealous regulators are stifling this innovation to the detriment of small businesses and consumers. Republicans have taken action to ensure our regulatory environment fosters rather than smothers these responsible innovations. We have worked to provide clarity for bank fintech partnerships through the True Lender and Valid When Made policies, in addition to advancing legislation to create innovation-focused regulatory sandboxes, the latter of which has proven successful in my home state of North Carolina. Fourth, artificial intelligence. Earlier this Congress, Ranking Member Waters and I formed the Bipartisan AI Working Group. We recently introduced 2 bipartisan bills acknowledging the growing use of AI in the financial services and housing industries. These are the first of what I hope will be many legislative products resulting from the working group's efforts. Here in Washington, there's a lot to talk about innovation, but not nearly enough focus. The House Financial Services Committee has been the exception. Time and again, we've matched our rhetoric with action, and it's largely been bipartisan. When I became chairman, I said these 2 years of policy would set the terms of debate for the next decade. This body of work shows that it will. But as policymakers, setting the terms of debate is not enough for our work. I hope that many of these initiatives are seen through to enactment next Congress. I want to thank my colleagues for their indulgence this morning, and I want to thank them for the charity they've shown me as chair. It has truly been one of the most humbling times of my life. And thanks so much, and I yield back.